Hey everyone, it's Lauren Robertson here. Today I want to talk to you about when you should ignore signs from spirit. So often, like several times a week, I get emails, messages, Facebook messages from people saying, such and such happened, this happened, that happened. Is that a sign that I should do XYZ? And I want to talk to you today about why I personally have a problem with that. So, first of all, let me just say that getting a sign from Spirit is an amazing experience, and receiving a sign from Spirit has its place. I've had some unbelievably awesome signs from Spirit that they are guiding me, that they are watching out for me, that they're signposting the choices that I'm making in my life. I'll tell you one really quickly. So I studied at the Arthur Finley College in Stansted, which is a college for mediums, kind of like Hogwarts. And when I was preparing to go there, I had got the autobiography of James Arthur Finley, who left his home in Stansted, England, to the study and development of mediumship and the psychic arts. So I got this man's book, knowing nothing about him, and I settled down in my flat in Scotland at the time to read this book about this man. Excuse me. And I turned to a certain page, and as I turned to this page, I was like, "Oh wow, that church looks really familiar." There was a black and white picture of a church on this page. I thought, that's really strange. That church is just so familiar to me. And I read on a couple of pages, and it turns out that James Arthur Finley had a house about 3 streets away from my house in the village that I grew up in Scotland. And I was just totally amazed at the synchronicity of this grand stately home in Stansted and the man who left it having lived in the same tiny village in Scotland that I lived in. And I got chills all over my body, and I was like, wow. And I got that really strong sort of feeling like I'm guided, I'm looked after, I'm really excited about this. That was a signpost for me. And then when I actually went down to the Arthur Finley College in Stansted, there were letters on the wall from James Arthur Finley and to him that had his address on it, that was the house he had in the village that I grew up in. So it was really strange to go all that way and see the name of this tiny town on these letters of such a prestigious man, and a man who did so much for mediumship. So I took that as a sign, and it enlivened me and it lifted me up, and I didn't sort of decide in my mind that it was a sign. It was the feeling that it gave me. That feeling, you know that feeling of like the tingles, and just being like, oh, okay, that was weird. That was like the universe letting me know, or spirit letting me know that I'm on the right path here. So look, I've had so many signs like that in my life that would blow your mind, and I absolutely love them, and I appreciate them for what they are. And I know that the universe has given me that little nudge to say, you're on the right track, keep going. However, and it's a big however, what I don't approve of, or what I don't think is right, is when people, send me messages saying, this thing happened. Is that a sign from spirit that I should do X, Y, Z? And the reason that I don't agree with that, and the reason I want to make this distinction between a sign from spirit where you're living your life and then a sign just sort of happens to pop up and you're like, oh wow, that's really like a weird synchronicity, and sort of trying to seek out signs, or seeing signs and trying to use them to make choices in your life, is because actually fundamentally spirit does not want you to give your power away. All right. So when somebody sends a message to me saying something like that, first of all, they're giving their power away outside of themselves to spirit. And then they're also giving their power away outside of themselves to me. And so, it's a kind of double distance from your own true inner voice and your own true inner knowing. The signs from spirit that I believe are like healthy and genuine and helpful and useful are the ones where you're living your life, you know what you're doing, you've made a plan, you're making it happen, and the sign meets you on the path, like it did with me in the Arthur Finley College. What I don't think Spirit wants necessarily, and what I certainly don't want for you, is for you to trust a feather or a butterfly or a robin or me to make your choices for you more than you trust your own inner knowing and your own inner self. So if you are like, excuse me, making decisions or making choices in your life, and you are feeling the need to externalize whether you're making the right choice or not by trying to kind of find a sign to validate or ask somebody else if this is what you should do, then that is actually an invitation for you to deepen your relationship with your own inner knowing more. Because the signs that you get from Spirit should meet you along the way to a decision you've already made. They should not be the means by which you make your decisions in life. And that's a very important distinction, because within you there is a soul that is ancient. Within you there is DNA that is ancient. You are a key child and part of and outcome of every single decision, every single happening, every single choice and differentiation and every path that the universe is split into. You are the result of all of those paths and all of those choices, and so that's powerful. And what that means is you already have within you the knowing of everything you need to do. You already have within you the answer that you're seeking for. You already have within you the right decision that you should make. And a lot of the time when we deny that, or we don't know that, or we don't trust that, it's because of the lessons that we were taught in our upbringing. It's because we don't feel confident within ourselves and we're afraid to put a foot wrong. Or it's because we feel we're lacking the support or the love or the encouragement to be able to take the jump and make a choice and be fine, even if we make a mistake or even if it doesn't work out great. And so we want to externalize that decision to have somebody or something choose for us. And in my opinion and my experience from doing many readings and working with Spirit my entire life and doing mediumship all over the world, Spirit is never trying to get you to do something that you haven't already decided on for yourself. And so whenever you get a sign and you feel that urge to say, is that a sign that I should do X, Y, Z? Just stop for a second. And instead of externalizing your decision and outsourcing it to Spirit or a medium or a psychic or whoever, take that sign as an invitation to come back around and go within and ask you, the Spirit that's within you, the soul that's within you, what is it that I want? What is it that I should do? What is it that I think is the best or the right or the most loving decision for me here? Because a lot of the time that answer is there. It's just about having the bravery and the boldness and the self-confidence, the self-love and self-belief to take action on it. So now I'd love to hear from you. Do you agree with what I've just said? I would love to know if you agree, if you disagree, if you have a different point of view. Please let me know in a comment. And if you enjoyed this video and you found this point of view helpful and you know somebody who's kind of grappling with their choices and tends to try to outsource those choices to Spirit, then maybe share this video with them and see if it helps them to come back around and to go within. And if you'd like me to make a video about how to actually go within and start trusting the Spirit within more, then please let me know and I'll be happy to make that video for you. My name's Lauren Robertson. Thank you so much for watching and I look forward to catching you in the next video. Bye.